I tell you, I'm going to come here and start in farming, but I think that we will welcome farm. The first two speakers, we're open to farming if somebody wants to try it. But I tell you, it wouldn't. I don't think it's feasible. You know, it's not economical, feasible. We can go to seminar and buy probably for half a million of equipment and a whole thing and rock and roll in your farm. But here, the weather, first of all, don't permit that to happen. And the farmers in the past, where a lot of people are here lived, you know, they made a living, but it was a hard time, you know, when all the kids worked and some of them had to stay home from school to work on a farm. But they made it through, and now they see a better life in town. They got schools right at the doorstep, and they don't have to be bused or sweated town for. But I always have a beef, but it's not farmland in the town. I definitely support it. Thanks.
Hi, I'm Mark Sheedy. I've been involved with land on Bacon Bench for 20 years. And I'm in the same line that Revelstoke has. I've been trying to get myself up on that bench for a number of years and waiting for the parcel sizes to get to an affordable stage for me. Even a 5-acre parcel, a 2-hectare parcel size is still almost out of my reach. The only possibility that would make that a viable idea for me would be if I could divide and gain. And at the moment, the way that you guys have structured it, that's not a possibility. It's going to take me another 7 years to come back here to this all again, or perhaps sooner than that. But one question I had for you, Lonnie, you said something about boundary division or something like that. Now, I'm not really up on that, but for instance, the parcel I'm talking about is only 18 acres. And my mother here owns it. She's got 9 kids. What are you going to do?
If you like each other,
parcels, you know, it is a thought, you know. But I just think that it's setting it up for the ultra-rich up there right now. And everyone can seem like he isn't going to get up there unless something is changed. And the biggest change that can be made is the size of the parcels. That's the only way up.
Okay, we'll do one more and then we'll come back.
It's just a question to the investor. What is the process to be divided out of 5 acre pieces?
If you say, for instance, you had a 40-acre parcel, the designation is for 10 acre minimum. If you were to put forward a plan that meets the criteria to lower the acreage down to 5 acres, then it would be possible to do that. But it's another public process.
Yeah, this needs a new clarification. Only 40 acre parcels?
No.
So all parcels out there that...
No.
Do you have an acre?
No, I don't understand that one.
So if you're going to make the parcel, you can put it for a 5 acre piece.
Yep. Yep. You just have to deal with the regulation, those guidelines.
You have to all for a cluster.
No, that's different. That's the cluster development is different. But on the baby bench, that extra, just trying to kind of get that compromise, recognizing that you can do it 2 ways, right? The reason that there's both of them is that some people may want to do a cluster development, may have a bigger piece of land and want to service it and get their. It's cheaper to put them close together, right? So we created a cluster, some cluster policies to allow people to put to make compact, less expensive development in an area, but reduce the impact of that on the neighbors by having open space around them. Okay? That's a different regulation than coming forward to the CSRD with a request to go to use a 1 unit for 2 hectare on parcels. Yes, that could happen. But it would have to come forward as a specific application.
It has to go to the public for public stuff. It doesn't happen automatically. Right now, if you have a 40 acre piece, you can automatically subdivide it into a 10-acre piece without having to go through.
We created, and it sounds like we created that formula just for your situation. The 18 divided by 9 is 2. I don't know that I had that in mind, but I'm glad I did.
Okay, so we've got questions for that.
Hi, I'm Controversial. I live here since 20 years. Time flies. Waiting for the ski hill all those 20 years. After it finally comes. But I'm also owner of acreage, which is in the ALR, and I support what Peter says and Paul and Scott. It's stuff that is a position where our neighbor lots are selling for $2.5 million. They're actually still within the ALR. I'm asking, are we getting assessed based on the market value, or are we actually getting assessed based on agricultural land? And how to keep the land in the ALR and actually farm and produce food for everybody? You have to buy it for the price that they produce it. But I think it's not fair if you're forced to stay in the ALR and then get assessed based on the market value of the surrounding properties.
Just comment. Randy, could you?
I've got a big enough mouth about this. I think you should answer that question first, because isn't ALR tax less than land?
Yeah, it is taxed less than other land, but I guess we're talking money here, and I'll let Jay tell you what the formula is.
I believe that the reduction is that the people in the agricultural land reserve pay 50% of the school tax. It's 100% if you're outside the ALR.
Was property value. Which is
Yeah,
not.
but it's about 20, but it's about 25%, I believe, of the overall property taxes.
My point really is it's not worth $2.5 million if it's meant to. Like the shake the rate, that's it.
Did you have another comment, Andy?
Yeah, I have to. I don't like the changing demographic that's happening with Revelstoke. The people are just starting out who bought a house maybe 5. I can see why they want to sell it and move out. They're going to be debt free. And our school taxes are going to presumably shrink, because we're not going to have the kids in the schools. We're closing them down. You have to relate to the bigger picture. This is what it's about. The rich are getting richer and the poor are getting poorer. And it's a fact that if you earn 50,000, 60,000 less, that you're not going to be able to buy a home in Revelstoke. You're not going to be able to buy a home in Vancouver and lots of other places. I like to stay as in the present zoning as they are. I'd like to see south of Montana Creek stay at double hectares. I walked around our neighbourhood just before the last meeting, and I think my figures are that I spoke to 7 people who wanted things to stay as they were. I know of one person who for sure wants to split, and they're in the same sort of position that Chick's in. And they have my sympathies, but I don't think it's the way to cure it is this. I guess there's one way to cure it. Open up some Crown land. And open it up for people who are long-term Revelstoke residents. And the prices are probably going to drop by demand. There's lots of Crown land around. You don't have to start using it with farmland.